Do you remember the first time you saw Ong Bak? I remember seeing the trailers and I thought, that can't be real. This guy, he's doing some crazy acrobatics. He's like doing the splits, sliding underneath moving vehicles, moving cars and trucks and stuff. I just thought, there's no way that's real. You know, he was doing some crazy corkscrew turns and spinning 360 and 720 spinning kicks with his legs on fire. I was like, there's no way this is real. You know, I was thinking this must be fake. There must be some trickery to this. And then I remember seeing behind the scenes footage of Tony Jaa performing these stunts, and obviously you can't fake the behind the scenes footage, and you see the real ability of Tony Jaa, and I was just like, wow, I have to see this movie. And it wasn't out in the UK at the time. It wasn't out yet, and it was out in Thailand. And I remember buying on eBay this Thai version, a Thai DVD that was like a region 3 DVD that I could play on my DVD player in the UK. And I purchased it. It must have taken like a month to get here, but when it got here I was so excited. And the film, it wasn't subtitled in English, so I watched the entire movie in Thai, which I had no problems doing because I could kind of grasp the story anyway from watching it. And I was just watching it really just to see Tony Jaa's amazing performances. And I was blown away by the movie. It was so groundbreaking. Tony Jaa really moved on to the upper echelons of martial arts cinema in that one movie, because I'd never seen anything like that. No, you hadn't seen anything like that, I'm pretty sure. I mean, comment down below, tell me below if you have seen anything like that until that point. You'd never seen anything like that. You know, there was some fantastic stunts. I mean, on film, to see a guy doing these crazy movements, it was just fantastic. And obviously bringing the art of Muay Thai to the big screen in this action cinema way very authentically. Because what he did is he blended his style of acrobatics and movie stunts, and he still had the Muay Thai, the Muay brand style in there. And that was good because he stayed faithful to his Thai tradition, his Thai culture, and obviously the martial art that he grew up with. But it was also, and obviously the themes of the movie was great, with the Buddha and the village warrior going out to recover the Buddha from the stolen Buddha head that had been stolen from these guys. And it's that lone warrior story. He's there to recover the Buddha, and then he's a fish out of water because he's a village boy and he's going into the city and he has to deal with things that he's not used to. So it you know, had that nice character kind of arc to it as well. But then it just was a perfect kind of environment to create those action scenes because of the conflicts that he's facing, because he's used to a certain code of ethics, a certain way of being, but then he's in the city and he's dealing with these people who don't really, it doesn't really align with his values, his culture, so he's clashing with them. And you know, there was that scene in the Fight Club when he had to fight those guys, he had to fight those different fighters. he was just trying to move on, but he was forced to fight those three guys. You know, there was that, I think it was a Korean guy, he kind of had like an afro and he was like doing some like taekwondo moves and he had done the splits and all this kind of stuff. And there was a crazy guy who was just throwing stuff at him. The last guy he had to fight, he was literally just throwing stuff at him. He was just like, throwing stuff at him. So he had to fight that guy. And he showed his adaptability, you know, his ability to adapt to different fighters. And the last fight scene was just crazy. That move he does some crazy double knee move to the guy straight in his face. And it was great because it was a contrast to the guy that he fights at the end. He had a fight with him earlier on in the film in the ring, and they had a Muay Boran fight and he loses that fight. So it's like now he's having to fight, even in that last fight he had to fight a drugged up version of him because he was drugged up in that fight scene, but he had to fight an extra drugged up version of him, so he had to do some more extravagant moves to finish him off. He does some crazy backflip, lands on the guy, double knee, crashes through the floor. It was amazing. And I love what the camera did, what the director did, and the editing was, it showed the action replays of the moves. Like there's a move where he goes to sweep the guy like avoids the sweep, and then he goes for the sweep again, swings round, and then he does a high kick. So he does a low kick, misses, swings around, does a high kick. It was a great move, and then it shows an action replay of that. So it was like, I can't remember seeing. I mean, actually, that's not true. Jackie Chan he actually made that famous in a lot of his movies, where he'd show like literally action replays of an extravagant stunt. So they brought that into this. And Tony Jaa, obviously, he says that he was inspired a lot by Hong Kong cinema, grew up with Hong Kong cinema like most of us did. And he just brought that into his style, and his team just brought that into their style of action within Ong Bak. And really it built the foundation for the movie star that Tony Jaa was to become, and the movies that followed, like The Warrior King, also known as Toyam Gup in Thailand, and I believe it's known as The Protector in America. And then obviously there was Ong Bak 2, which was brilliant. It was so good. I love that movie, so good. And again, it just upped his martial arts skills, showed that he was able to use even more different styles. That Bruce Lee philosophy of being able to use different styles and make it your own, using different classical weapons. A lot of Chinese kung fu weapons are used in that movie. And now he's obviously in Hollywood. You see him in the Fast and the Furious franchise. You see him in other films as well. But I think that was the golden age for him, was the Ong Bak series, really. Ong Bak 3 as well. But particularly Ong Bak 2. But this movie it was so unbelievable. Could not believe this guy was doing these stunts on screen, you know. And you take it for granted now because you see a lot of copycats now, even from Thailand, the Thai industry. And obviously the guys from The Raid, they really upped the game as well. But this is a classic. This is a classic movie. It is. It was out. I believe it was out in 2000. I think it was 2003. I'm not sure. Was it 2003? Let me know again if I'm right in the comments. But I'm pretty sure it was 2003. But yeah, it's a classic. A must watch. A must add to the top 100 martial arts films that you must see if you haven't seen it. But I'm sure if you're watching this, you've probably seen Ong Bak a million times. So comment down below. Let me know how many times you've seen Ong Bak and what you think in terms of the ranking, in terms of top martial art movies that you've seen, and where it ranks in Tony Jaa's filmography, you know, in terms of the quality of the films that he's done. Love to know your thoughts. Anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you thought of Ong Bak. Anyway, I'll see you next time for another video. Remember, behind every fight is a great story. Peace.